Hello, welcome back to another breaking news update. My name is Jimmy Boyd, and you are watching Boyd News. I want to thank you so much for tuning in today. I'm back with some more updates coming out from the Middle East to share with you with these ongoing tensions between Israel and Iran. We've got a ton of information to go into today. But before we get into that, we were expecting an attack to happen on Friday or Saturday. I was not here yesterday. Thankfully, this attack did not happen because I was very busy. Unfortunately, I was able to make it here yesterday. I put out a community post to let you guys know. But we're back today, and I've got a ton of things that I want to go over. So, real quick, Yoav Gallant, the defense minister of Israel, is coming out and reporting that Israel is prepared very strongly and ready to respond quickly. So, that's some good news for Israel that they are ready to go. And it looks like this is going to be a very, very big attack. And it looks like Iran is trying to confuse as to when this attack is going to take place. Because, again, I expected this to happen over the weekend, and it did not. So I talked to you guys on Friday about this, that Iran could potentially strike over the weekend, and usually this is because they do not want to affect markets around the world. Okay, so that would normally be in a situation where we would not expect a major war to break out, that there would be like very quickly de-escalation happening after an attack takes place. And we saw that back in April. We saw an attack, I believe it happened over the weekend as well, and by Monday of the next week, it basically just went back to normal. The markets were not affected. Well, if you noticed on Friday, we had a major crash in the stock market. Stocks went down quite a bit, and most of this was obviously due to fears of recession and also unemployment rising. So aside from that, it makes me wonder if the Middle East tensions had anything to do with that, and maybe there's some insider knowledge that knows that there's a major crash coming potentially because war is coming in the Middle East. I'm just kind of throwing things together. I have no idea if that's the case, but it's just something to note, to think about, that things are definitely different this time. Okay, so we're going to go over some information that talks about that. So also, the CENTCOM commander Michael Correa is going to be heading to Israel tomorrow as well to finalize their defense plan. So we will talk about that in today's update as well. So let's go ahead and get right into this on X. I've got numerous things to go over with and share with you here. So the first one from Iran Observer says, breaking: USA says it doesn't know when Iran will strike. It's hard to know the timing of the Iranian strike this time. Last time we knew it because Iran wanted us to know. This time it's different. Senior American official told the Wall Street Journal. Okay, so this time it's different for sure. We expected the attack to happen Friday or Saturday. That did not happen. Okay, and then and now we've got Michael Correa heading to Israel tomorrow. So we know it's not going to happen. Probably not today. Most likely not tomorrow. But potentially sometime after. So could this strike come during the middle of the week? Is it going to happen next weekend? When is this going to happen? We have no idea. But this is definitely kind of scary because this shows that Iran is definitely preparing for a big, big attack on Israel if they're taking their time to move all their assets around all over the Middle East, into Syria. Who knows if they're moving them into Iraq or where these are coming from. But definitely all these Iranian-backed proxies, along with Iran themselves, are preparing a massive attack on Israel. So take a look at this from BRICS News. It says United States and Israeli officials expect Iran to attack on Monday. Okay, will it happen on Monday? I have no idea. We just keep hearing this over and over. It's either Friday, Saturday, then we hear Monday, and then we'll have some more reports that talk about other dates, and it's just, we have no idea, but this was just something that I wanted to share with you. So next up from current reports, several sources report that Iranian IRGC plans to use Fatah-1 hypersonic missile for the first time, says Yediot News. Specifications of Fatah-1 hypersonic missile: warhead is 460 kilograms, max speed Mach 13 to 15, range is 1,400 kilometers. So here's a video that was released by the RGC. But unfortunately, I can't play because it's got music attached to it. And we always have problems with music if we try to play something here on YouTube. So I can't show you guys the video. But it's just basically them showing their capabilities using this hypersonic missile. Now, will they use these against Israel? Me personally, I think they potentially could. Okay, I think they will, because we're going to show you lots of information that shows that they want to destroy Israel this time around. I don't think this is really a response style attack anymore. I think this is more not really to send a message. It's more to completely attack and potentially annihilate Israel. And they continuously, Iran will come out and say that many times. They want to wipe Israel off the map. So I think this is going to be much bigger this time to inflict massive casualty damage to Israel is most likely what the case will be. So we'll have to see if they use hypersonic missiles, and we know that the Yemen Houthis have this capability too, so maybe they could be firing them as well. It's from Iran Spectator. Breaking news, Iran plans to attack Israel on August 12th during Tisha B'Av, Israeli holiday. I don't know if I'm saying that right, Tisha B'Av. The Iranian government has just said in the coming days the world will witness extraordinary scenes and very important developments. We talked about that on Friday. It was the Iranian state TV that had mentioned that. But we'll see. Will it happen on August 12th? That's 8 days from now. I have no idea when this is coming. Again, just wanted to share this with you to let you know some potential dates. We're hearing Monday. We're hearing August 12th. And it would make sense. It is an Israeli holiday. That would be the time to send a message. But if this is not about sending a message, and it's more to really attack Israel and maybe start a war in the Middle East, it could just really come at any time. And that's what is really scary about this. And that makes sense why they're potentially making this thing appear as if it's going to be a surprise attack and nobody knows when it's coming. Okay, so Dr. Anastasia Maria Lupus, breaking, Iran has now publicly announced for the first time that it has nuclear weapons. Take a look at this, it's huge. We have obtained nuclear weapons but have not announced it, said Iranian politician Ahmed Ardestani. Okay, so he's claiming we have obtained nuclear weapons, but they have not formally announced that they have them. Okay, so if they've got nuclear weapons and then their goal is to wipe Israel off the face of the earth, do you think they might attach nuclear warheads to their ballistic missiles? I think that'd be absolutely insane to do that. I don't think it'd be a smart idea, but this is a big development if this is true, if what he's stating is true and they actually do have nuclear weapons. Me personally, I believe that all these conflicts breaking out over here in regards to Iran is all because the U.S. eventually wants to denuclearize them. Okay, the U.S. has come out many times, many politicians, senators, things like that, coming out and stating formally that they cannot allow Iran to obtain a nuclear weapon. So if they already have it, we're already past that. Okay, we're already past that point of preventing it from even happening. Now what's left? Okay, is this a trap to draw Iran to attack Israel, and then after that will give Israel the right to go and denuclearize Iran? Is that what's the case here? It definitely seems like that, and it could definitely be leading that way. So that's why I wanted to share that. So that was huge news. Next up from Laila Fatime, NBC News says Iran received Iskander ballistic missile from Russia. Okay, so this is the Iskander ballistic missile system that comes from Russia, and supposedly Iran has these now, okay? And Iran and Russia have been sharing equipment for a while, especially Iran giving ballistic missiles over to Russia to fight their war against Ukraine. And something big that was announced just maybe a month or so ago from Vladimir Putin, the Russian president. He came out and stated that he was thinking about arming Western enemies with long-range weapons. Well, here we go. This is the beginning of it right here. And obviously Iran is a major enemy to the West. Now they're starting to give long-range weapons to them. So that's why I wanted to share that with you as well. So take a look at this. Iran Spectator says, breaking news, Iran deploys advanced Russian electronic warfare systems. Okay, these are Russian. The Murmansk BN long range is advanced tech for disrupting enemy communications and radar. This will neutralize the electronic capabilities of Israeli jets over Iran. So this is like a slideshow that was created. This has music too, unfortunately, so I can't play it once again, but we can kind of take a look at this for a moment. So this these long-range advanced technology communications and radar systems that are set up here, or they'll disrupt enemy communications and radar. They set these up all over the Murmansk BNs, all over Iran to protect their skies. Okay, so if Israeli warplanes try to head over to Iran and try to bomb them, these things can disrupt the technology on the Israeli warplanes and maybe potentially prevent them from even entering into their country. So this is pretty huge too. This shows that they're also trying to protect their country from a prior attack or attack to come after Iran decides to bomb Israel. That's coming up very soon. So again, it kind of ties into what I was talking about, that Israel could launch a strike on Iran after to try to denuclearize their facilities. And maybe this is what's coming next, and they're obviously preparing for that. So take a look at this from Megatron Ron says, just in, the Yemeni armed forces shot down a 32 million American MQ-9 Reaper drone over Saada. Okay, this is from Al Masira. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that city name right, but this is over Yemen, basically. Another MQ-9 Reaper drone, an American Reaper drone, shot down over Yemen, and they've probably shot down at least 7 or 8 of these. Okay, and they're $32 million a piece, and the Yemenis armed forces have been taking these out like crazy. So 7 or 8 of them gone already. Here's from Jurgen Nodit. Mass transportation of heavy equipment and missiles from Russia to Iran. Another cargo plane arrived in Tehran. Previously, it was reported that Putin had transferred Iskander ballistic missiles to Tehran, and Russia's assistance to Iran is not limited to ammunition. It is known that Russian long-range electronic warfare complexes, Murmansk BN, which we just talked about those, have been installed in several places in Iran. The axis of evil is massively and quickly supporting each other. And what is the axis of good doing? Well, at least the bureaucrats in Brussels are on vacation while the world is burning. Okay, so basically he's stating here that we're seeing a lot of these Illusion 76 transport planes, which you can kind of see right here, they're heading into Iran, into the capital of Tehran, nonstop. Okay, we're seeing nonstop planes going in and out, coming from Russia over to Iran, and this is a big sign that they're transporting lots of heavy equipment over to Iran, potentially missiles, whatever they might be giving them, drones. Who knows what they're sending into Iran to prepare to attack Israel, and also in preparation for defense of when they come under attack afterwards. Because again, this is most likely going to turn into a major war after this attack takes place. This is not just going to be a simple response to the assassination of Ismail Haniyeh just a few days ago. Okay, this is going to be a much bigger response than that. So that was some huge news coming out. So from Iran Spectator, again, breaking news: Jordanian foreign minister visits Iran today. This is very unusual, especially since Jordan has defended Israel in previous Iranian retaliatory strikes. This may signal that Jordan may not shoot down Iranian missiles. Okay, so this is a big question mark right here. Okay, this just happened today. The Jordanian foreign minister visiting Iran. Okay, obviously, if the foreign minister is heading over there, are they trying to negotiate something with them? Because we know that Jordan was helping out last time around in April, helping Israel shoot down ballistic missiles and drones heading to Israel back during that attack several months ago, right? But now this time around, are they going to step in and help? They've stated that they would, but why would the foreign minister be heading to Iran to speak to them? Let me know what you think down below regarding that. Next up, we've got a video here. This is coming out from Gaza. We've got a couple things from Gaza, a couple things from Hezbollah coming out too that we'll show you. So from Vivid, breaking: the Israeli Air Force bombed a Hamas headquarters in Sheikh Radwan, Gaza, with a precise airstrike. Approximately 15 Hamas terrorists were killed. So meanwhile, while all the focus is being put on Iran and Hezbollah, all these attacks coming right now, the Israelis are bombing Gaza still. Okay, they've been still fighting against Hamas down here, and they've been bombing multiple Hamas headquarters, destroying their structure, their command structure, everything down here. And there's been bombs being dropped everywhere, and we're having tons and tons of innocent people still being killed down here. So check out this video of this airstrike taking place. And unfortunately, there won't be any captions. There's going to be a reporter that's speaking. We don't know exactly what he's saying, but I want you guys to see these airstrikes coming in as they take place.
من على أقرب نقطة من تلك المنطقة استهداف مربع كامل لمراكز اللواء في منطقة الشيخ رضوان. تلك المنطقة التي تم تهديدها بشكل كامل. هذه المنطقة تأوي الآلاف من النازحين. كنا على خط النار من هذه المنطقة، من أقرب نقطة من استهداف مركز اللواء.
Okay, so again, unfortunately, we don't know exactly what this man is saying, but we can see all these bombs being dropped here, and this is what Israel's been doing down in Gaza a lot lately, while all the attention is being put on Hezbollah and also Iran right now in this upcoming attack. This is what's been happening down here in Gaza, is lots and lots of bombs have been dropped, and we're continuously still seeing the Israelis carrying out their operation down in the Gaza Strip. So check this out as well. This is also in Gaza. Vivid says, breaking: the Israeli Air Force has bombed a Hamas cell in Deir al-Balah. Gaza just a few minutes ago. The wildfire is raging uncontrollably, tearing through the area. This happened yesterday while I wasn't here. So I kind of want to show you guys a little bit of information from yesterday, a little bit from today, just to kind of get you caught up if you weren't aware of some of these events. It says here, many Hamas terrorists were successfully eliminated. Okay, so take a look at this video. This is the aftermath of this bomb when it was dropped. And just take a look real quick. So as we can see, obviously mass panic here. This bomb was dropped very close to some civilians, and I'm sure most likely we have some innocent people that were probably either harmed or potentially killed in this strike. But supposedly, according to this information, this was more Hamas members that were targeted. And this is something that we've seen a lot from the IDF coming out and stating that Hamas uses innocent Palestinian people as human shields, and they hide amongst the Palestinian population. So I don't know if that's exactly what we're seeing here, but definitely some bomb was dropped very close to, looks like there's a bunch of tents here where people were staying at, a settlement here. Okay, so I wanted to show you that happened inside of Gaza. So now from Hezbollah, this is from Vivid once again. This is not a game, this is our reality. Hezbollah has just fired approximately 50 rockets towards civilians in northern Israel with the intent to kill as many Israelis as possible. Hezbollah must be destroyed. Okay, so take a look at this. This happened yesterday as well while I wasn't here. We had more attacks coming from Hezbollah launching rockets into northern Israel. Take a look. Okay, so this video shows clearly that the Iron Dome system is active, taking down almost all of these rockets, it looks like. And this has been almost a daily occurrence for a very long time. It was quiet around the time when Israel launched that strike on Beirut, but now it's starting to pick back up again, where almost every day we're having rockets flying into northern Israel. So next up from Neoberg, Israeli Channel 12 says Israel is contacting Egypt, Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, Jordan, and Bahrain to prepare for the regime in Iran's impending attack. Big coalition. Wow. So look at this. I mean, so many countries getting involved here. Okay, it's almost the entire Middle East that's going to be involved in this war, whether they're on the east side with Iran, or they're on the west side standing with United States and France and Britain and Israel. This is obviously looking to turn into a major regional conflict. That's why I wanted to share that with you. Here's from War Monitor. Iran has told Arab diplomats that they don't care if the response triggers a war with Israel, according to people familiar with the conversation, says the Wall Street Journal. Look at that. That's an absolutely huge statement, that Arab diplomats don't care if the response triggers a war with Israel. I mean, that's absolutely huge. This is how we know that this is not just going to be a response style attack, okay? This is going to be much bigger, and it's going to provoke Israel to have to make a major decision. Do they strike back? Do they hit back at Iran? Do they hit back at Hezbollah? We already know they want to go to war with Hezbollah. And then the Houthis too. If the Houthis do this, how is Israel going to counter all of these at the same time? All these groups, even the Iranian-backed proxy groups in Syria and Iraq, how are they going to go after them? I mean, they could do small strikes here and there, but how are they going to go after all of this resistance in the Middle East at the same time when they're completely surrounded? So this is going to get absolutely insane when this thing takes place, and we don't know when it's coming. So a couple more things I want to share with you here. Times of Israel alerts. Live update, top U.S. general reportedly to visit Israel Monday to finalize defense plan against Iran. So this is what I was talking about towards the beginning. Michael Correa, the CENTCOM commander, heading to Israel to finalize their defense plans starting tomorrow. Okay, so we know that for sure it looks like any time after tomorrow is when this attack could take place, and it'd be absolutely insane if it took place while he was there. But again, we don't know when this is coming, but it looks like what it appears to me is Iran is setting up for a very, very big attack, and that's why they're taking their time to do this. They're putting all their assets throughout the Middle East, getting them ready for this strike to take place, and then also to get ready for retaliation that comes after Israel gets struck or attacked. So here's another update from Amjad Taha. Sources confirm that Iran received several messages today warning that Arab countries will not allow rockets or drones to pass through their airspace or borders toward Israel or any other nation. They will intercept these threats with the help of allies, including the USA, as these countries refuse to be part of a massacre against civilians or any war. So look at that, that's huge. Now, which countries is this? Which Arab nations are willing to do this? Which ones will try to shoot down these rockets or drones? And think about this, is Iraq going to be one of these countries? Because Iraq is definitely in between Israel and Iran. Okay, so is Iraq going to help shoot these down? Shoot down these missiles that are heading over to Israel? We have no idea which countries will do this, but we've got this information showing that some Arab countries are not going to be taking part of this. They don't want to allow any massacre against civilians or war to break out, so they want to shoot them down. They want to shoot down these missiles coming out of Iran. So that was some huge news right there too. Two more things to show you. From the Times of Israel alerts, live update report, Shin Bet prepares underground bunker for leaders ready in case of war. Okay, so underground bunkers being prepared for Israeli leaders in case a major war breaks out. So look at this. It's absolutely insane, guys, that they're preparing for this. Okay, they're preparing for a major war to break out in the Middle East. It's not just going to be a response, in my opinion. It's going to be much bigger. Finally, right here from IRNA news agency, IRGC official, Iran's response to assassination of Haniyeh will be surprising. Okay, that's huge. It's going to be a surprising attack. And this is why when I keep saying we don't know when this is going to take place, we have no idea. It could happen at any moment, at any hour, any day. This could take 2 more weeks, maybe another month. Who knows how long this is going to take. But that's how we know this is going to be a very, very big attack on Israel. If they're taking their time to move their assets around the Middle East and prepare for this attack, we know that this is going to be something big. Because otherwise, if this was going to be a small attack or similar to the size of what we saw back in April, which is still not really considered a small attack, it was still pretty big. You know, we're talking 350 projectiles that were fired, not just from Iran alone. But there's lots of reports that 1,500 or more ballistic missiles, drones, rockets, anything, it doesn't matter, whatever's going to be flown over to Israel to try to bomb them, that we're looking at a much, much greater size of an attack happening on Israel. So I'm going to continue to follow this very closely. Again, we don't know when this is going to happen, and when it does, I will try my best to pump out all the information for you guys. So I know this was a longer update video today, but there was a ton of information to go over. Some stuff from yesterday, from when I wasn't here, and then also information coming out today. But right now, we're just seeing so much information just being flooded all over X regarding this topic. So I'm going to try to share as much of this as I can with you guys to keep you up to date on what's going on over here. But I want to thank you so much for tuning in today. Thanks for your patience. And if you got something out of this update, please smash that like button. Also, if you enjoy my content, please consider subscribing down below. Hit the notification bell. That way YouTube can notify you. And with that, I hope you all have a great day. Everybody take care and God bless. And we'll see you in the next one.